Basically, after I graduated college, I needed a new challenge. Basketball was over for me, so I looked into some new sports. CrossFit was pretty interesting, and I also wanted to fight, so that's why I chose it. Also, I needed a new team environment, and I think I was missing that, and so I figured a team sport, kind of like CrossFit or martial arts, would be able to fill that void for me. Okay. Mainly because there's so much technique involved, and it's kind of seen as a deadly sport. It can be used to put people to sleep or self-defense, so I was kind of intimidated about that aspect. I just did more research into the sport and realized that people aren't violent, and it's much more respectful than the average person might think. Everybody showed me around, and through each class I was in, I had a head person, a higher belt. They walked me through everything each class. Everybody made sure I was comfortable. Nobody put me in any drills I wasn't ready for, so everybody was really helpful my first couple weeks. To me, that was no problem. I was looking for something to throw myself into, so the year commitment helped me just stay committed with that. Okay. The biggest challenge was maybe to get out of my comfort zone and maybe test myself in certain areas I wasn't comfortable. I've been pretty athletic my whole life, and there's a lot of technique in the sport, so I had to push myself to use technique instead of muscling through a lot of stuff. Okay. I think it took me a while to get comfortable in certain positions. Being a smaller person in jiu-jitsu, being on bottom, that at first wasn't my comfort zone, but people helped me through and gave me suggestions, so eventually I got through it. Through each class, I learned more technique to be able to get out of uncomfortable positions. Right away, I wanted to learn more, and one of the coaches reached out, pulled me aside, and said they would help me. So right along from then, everybody brought me in, spent more time with me, and it made me feel like I had a family outside of home that I could trust. I say I have friendships here. People will be at my wedding that I've met here, so definitely say I would. Cool. Just my lifestyle, maybe work, flexibility to work at first wasn't so good. Also, staying and eating clean, that's always hard. My family doesn't eat clean, so it helps to eat clean when you're working out. So I say the biggest distractions was junk food and work. I'm big into fitness. Before I was going to other gyms, but typical gyms like Gold Gym or anything else, there's no family aspect. You go in and you lift your dumbbells and you're by yourself. But in here, you're reaching goals and you're building bonds with each other as you reach goals, and I think it just makes the bonds with not only your friends here stronger, but it also builds confidence in yourself. Because you can be shifted and pushed towards your own individual goal. There isn't goals for the whole gym, but everybody has their own specific goal, and the programming is structured in a way that you can focus on what you really want to focus on. I could say that I've become more lean and also got a lot stronger just based on my focus here. CrossFit has helped a lot, and also for MMA, I've learned a lot of good techniques that I'm going to continue. I think I found a dominant style that I learned here. So I just received my blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Also, I think I've become a lot better in CrossFit. That helped me get a little stronger, which has also sparked some interest in the Olympic lifting program that's here. So I think overall I learned a lot of things for jiu-jitsu, for CrossFit, and also just lifestyle things from the friends I've found here at the gym. I think it gave me more confidence just overall, and it also made me more humble. Being very athletic, there's a lot of things I can just do naturally. Here in jiu-jitsu and in martial arts, you gotta learn the hard way. So you gotta take your time, put your work in, and you eventually learn. And to me, that gave me some persistence and patience to be able to work through it. I want to continue to keep pushing myself in jiu-jitsu, continue to look towards that purple belt. It's a long way away, but continue on that, and also to hopefully get an MMA fight pretty soon. Okay. I think it'll feel great to see where I started and where I'm going, and also to keep sitting more after I reach that point. It relaxes me, so it helps me actually handle day-to-day life a little better. Working hard, just knowing that you can't stop. Nobody who started as a white belt became a black belt overnight. You got to keep working and have that persistence, and I think that's something personally that applies over to real life for me, is that persistence I'm going to have to keep. I work hard and I play hard, so I try to handle all the work at first, and since I'm a young person, I have a little bit of spare time. I don't have a family yet, so whenever work life is done, I get to come in here and have fun. I think overall it's made me a better person. It's made me a more patient person. I think it's bright. I have a lot of goals ahead, so I'm going to keep working towards them.